I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Kasterborous. I am the oncoming storm.
Okay, so I wanted to make a video about tank destroyers. This video is going to be a bit longer than my normal videos because I've got 3 games to show you. Basically, this is my favourite tank destroyer. It's the AT2. I've shown a lot of clips of it recently, and this is an example of the first type of tank destroyer. This thing is incredibly strong. It has frontal armour of 200. 200 millimeters. It's almost impossible to pen this thing, and so it's an incredible tier 5 tank destroyer. It does have weaknesses on the back and side, but penning it from the front, the only chance you really have is aiming at the hatch, and even that's still pretty strong. Yeah, if you aim at the back, then there's that little ridge on the back that's only about 70 odd millimeters thick, and that you could go through. But hitting this thing from the front, it's a beast. So anyway, this is my first match. This machine is incredibly powerful. It has an incredible amount of armor, but its gun is one of the prices you pay for this. Its gun doesn't do a great deal of damage. It's not very accurate. You will very often miss the point you're aiming for, especially over long distances. And when it does hit, it may not pen, and if it does, it won't do a great deal of damage. But it is quick firing, so that's a plus point on it. The tank is going at around its top speed at the moment, which is around 20 kilometers an hour. It doesn't have much speed. That's because of the amount of armor it has. Right. So here we are on Runeberg. I'm about 2 minutes into this match, and I've got 1 kill already. I've completely failed to kill that Stug. I put 1 round into it, and now I'm moving on to another target. I'm going to push up here and see if there's anything else I can shoot at. It's an encounter game. At the moment, we're winning 5-4. I'm just seeing if anything there is destructible and I can shoot through it. I already know it isn't. I don't know why I thought it might be, but you know, you don't know until you fire. Artie's having a shot at them.
Enemy armor is hit. Track hit. Penetration. Penetration. Enemy armor is
This isn't going well for him at all.
didn't even scratch them. We didn't
So
even
Matilda
scratch them.
is basically finished. Although
Critical hit.
his moving is meaning I'm missing the points that I was aiming at.
That one didn't go through. We didn't penetrate.
I keep firing, I track him,
We didn't even scratch them.
but his repair team are quite quick.
Penetrate their armor.
So eventually
Penetrate their armor.
I aim for the turret. Straight into the turret, there's kill number 2. Now in the meantime, this Stug has been left on 3 health. And he's backed out, and so I ninja that kill there. There's kill number 3. And at this point, I come across an AT2. And remember I was talking about that weak spot on the back? There it is. Shot straight into it. Of course, once I'm firing at the side, at this range, with the penetration of this gun, I didn't really stand much of a chance of penning him there. Time to start aiming for that hatch. That's the one weak spot you can have at the front.
Penetrate their armor.
And while he's shooting at me, I'm shooting at him. He doesn't know where to aim on an AT2. I do, so I'm aiming at this AT2, and I've just hit him and penned him. He's now made a hideous mistake. I hit him and penned him. It was more by luck than anything else, but he backs off. We could have kept that up all day, but he's now backing off because he's worried that I know how to pen him and he doesn't know how to pen me. Problem with that is, if you look on the mini-map, one of our tanks is coming at him, and he's presented his weak spot to me again. And I'm going to take full advantage of that. He may get the kill on him, but I'll avenge that death. And there's kill number 4. And now I'm thinking, ooh, there's 4 tanks left, and I've got 4 kills. And look down there. There's a Flak Bus. And the thing about the Flak Bus is it's the exact opposite of the AT2, as I intend to demonstrate in the next video. It has small amounts of armour, but an incredibly powerful gun and incredibly accurate gun. It's one of the few tanks I fear when I'm in the AT2. But as you saw, I've made pretty short work of it there. And now I have 5 kills, and there are 2 enemies left. So I know what I'm thinking here. They're both artillery. I know roughly where they're going to be. I'm heading on. I want this Top Gun. I'm not going to lie. Top Gun is now ringing in my ears. And one of our guys is capping. And I don't mind him getting the cap points, but I'm in a slow tank, and there's a good chance that he'll finish the cap before we've managed to get there. And I'm looking at the artillery on our team, and he's heading to get himself some cap points as well. This is really worrying me now, because our cap's about to start going up a lot quicker. There it is. Much quicker. There's a very good chance I won't be able to get over to them in time. If you look, there's a medium tank with me. Now, I don't blame him for being with me here. There's 2 artillery. He wants one of the kills. You'll see I've just written in chat, don't cap. Alright? And if you look there, artillery has just killed one of their artillery. And now I'm very impressed with what the T-34 does here, because he's realised I'm up for a Top Gun, and he doesn't try and have a shot at this artillery here. When I was first playing the game, I thought he did. I thought that shot coming in there was him trying to have a shot at it, but he let me have it. That was a shot that came from artillery trying to ninja the kill. And so on to the results of that game. Thank you for that to that T-34 who didn't try and ninja the kill there. He spotted it. He realised that if he took it, it would cost me a Top Gun, and he let me have it. So all credit to him. He didn't try and take a shot at it. Artie tried to ninja it, but missed. So fuck you, Artie. And that was kill number 6. And because our T-34 didn't try that, it meant I got my 4th Top Gun with this tank. Is it my 4th or is it my 3rd? One of the 2. Either way, most of the Top Guns I've ever got have been with the AT2. I've got 12 in total. I've either got a quarter or a third of them all in the AT2. I also got myself a steel wool, because as I mentioned before, this tank is awesome. You just drive around and nobody can pen you. I was hit so many times it managed to get me a steel wool. My potential damage we'll see in a minute, and I was hit at least 11 times. If we move on to the team score, there you are. You'll see I'm right at the top there. Way more damage caused than anybody else. Way more XP. A brilliant game for me overall. You can see down there the T-34. It cost him a little bit there. He might have wanted to try and get some damage on that artillery, but because he left it for me, he only got 255 XP, whereas I got over 1,000 more XP than him. So I really genuinely say thank you, Deso winner, because you didn't need to save it for me. You could have gone and robbed it, and I'd have been calling you all sorts of things at this point. But the fact is, you did, and that's really, really good of you. If we move on to the detailed report, you'll see there I fired 58 times, 47 of them penned. Oh, sorry, penned, hit. Of those, 32 penned, doing damage of 2003. I was hit 20 times, only 4 of them penned me. My potential damage was higher than the damage I actually dealt. I took nearly 2,500 potential damage. Spotted 3 enemies, damaged 7, killed 6, and 205 spotting damage. So I walked away there with, when all was said and done, 37,000, nearly 38,000 credits and a Top Gun. Pretty awesome. And so we move on to the second game that I wanted to show you. Now I'm here in the Flak Bus. This is also a Tier 5 tank destroyer, but it's like the complete opposite of the AT2. Instead of having 200mm thick armour, this thing has 20mm thick armour. That means anything can penetrate it. It might as well be made of tin foil. However, because of the complete lack of weight it has, look at the speed it's going to get up to really quite easily here. It's doing about 40 kilometers an hour on the flat without trying. You saw the AT2, it struggled going up any sort of slope and it tops out at about 19 kilometers an hour. Also, it has a gun to die for. This thing is deadly accurate over very long ranges. It also, there it is, it got up to 50 kilometers an hour there, really quite easily. It's also incredibly powerful. This thing can penetrate the front of an AT2 if it hits it straight on. It has about 200mm of penetration, which is enough to go through the front of an AT2. So this really needs to be... It's one of the few tanks I'm actually afraid of when I'm in my AT2. One of the few Tier 5s that can pen this without really too much difficulty. It can aim for that commander's hatch on top of your AT2, and it'll hit it, and it will go through every time. And it'll do about 240 damage, so this is an incredible tank. But I see these playing all the time, and people in them, they'll rush forward and die very quickly because they can't do anything. You'll notice here, I've stayed back. I'm staying right back, and I'm using the wreckage of a tank as cover. And that BDR G1B is being spotted by that Chinu. And there we go, I killed it. I was nowhere near it, I allowed someone else to do the spotting, and with no danger to myself whatsoever, I killed that thing. This is how you should be playing a tank destroyer like this. This is the other option. This thing is incredibly accurate, does loads of damage, but is weak as anything. It's almost like an artillery. You can shoot at incredibly long distances, but unlike artillery, you still need to be able to see your target. And you just find something to hide behind, and you let other people do the spotting, and it means that you're not going to get anywhere near as much XP as you would if you were up front, like you would in the AT2. But you saw that, 3 shots, and that Chinu will get all the spotting experience for that, and I don't need to worry about it. Now, you can see there, he was just out of range of me, but now I can see him. I just need to wait for him to present himself, and boom, there's 1 shot into him. Wait for him to show himself again. 2 shots, easy, that was great. And this was an impressive start to the game for me. However, my team make a tactical decision here. They're making a move on the base, and I had a moment to make a decision here. Do I stay back and defend our base, or do I go and help them cap? I mean, I didn't know what to choose, and I think I made the wrong decision here. In fact, I know I made the wrong decision. I just don't know whether if I'd gone back to help, I could have altered what happened here. At this point, we've lost 2 of the tanks that were going to cap. They're dead. And they've started a cap as well. So we really need, if we want this to work, someone else in the cap circle. I was going to help them, but what I haven't noticed is that someone is resetting the cap down at our end. If I'd noticed that at this point, what I might have done was go after that tank destroyer down the bottom there, the Marder. But instead, I wait for him to come to us, and I take a hit in the back. It's a DW2. I spin around, wait for him to show his head. That'll do. There's one shot into him. And their cap is going up much faster than ours now, because ours keeps getting reset. 82. And unfortunately, he was coming uphill, and he was... and so, because he was uphill, that was angled. So, although it can go through it, because of the angling, it became more than 200. And it didn't go through. And so, I then get killed, and that's more or less the end of that match for us. So there's a lesson on how to angle your armour, or what angling your armour will do. And so, on to the results from that game. Not an impressive sheet there. You can see that it was a defeat. I got 444 XP. But got myself a sharpshooter and a master gunner, neither of which I'm particularly concerned with. If you look there on the team score, you'll see that I did way more damage than anybody else on my team, but I didn't get the highest amount of XP. The KV1, he will have been at the front of the fight, and he'll be getting all his own spotting damage. With me, other tanks were getting my spotting damage, and so, despite doing way more damage than them, I got less XP. But the fact is, with those first 2 tanks that I killed, or the only 2 tanks that I killed, I did that without any risk to myself whatsoever. I played that perfectly up until that point. As I said, bad decision to go up and help them cap, but it was a split-second decision. I had to make it there and then. And, you know, hindsight's great, but I didn't have it at the time, and I don't think it cost us the match. I think we were going to lose that match anyway, but I still think that showed nicely the differences between the two types of tank destroyers. You can see there, I fired 7 shots. Every one of mine hit, all but one, the one on that 82 at the end, penned. It would have been nice if that last one had penned, because it might have made him think twice about coming up. But I should have aimed for his commander's hatch. At that sort of angle, I should definitely have aimed for his commander's hatch. You need to make sure you're straight on with a flat surface if you're going to pen that at the front. I was hit 3 times. All of them penned me. Potential damage 590, which is, as you know, is enough to kill me, because it did. All said and done, walked away with nearly 15,000 credits. So it could have been a worse game. I enjoyed it, but it could have been a lot better as well. There it is. It's a defeat. Okay, and so on to my third and final game. I'm showing you this one mainly because it kind of fits in with what I'm saying. This shows a bit of both worlds. This is a tier 4 Russian tank destroyer. I'm playing here platooned up with my friend Fritzy. You can see there he's in his Chihi, and someone from his clan by the name of Bill, who's in his Electo. And all of us are working on certain tanks here. We've all got tier 4s that we want to make, that we want to upgrade into tier 5. So we decided to work together here, work on our slower tanks. And so I'm moving into a sniping position, because once again I'm in a tank that moves pretty fast for its tier, and while it has a pretty good gun, it also has rubbish armor. So it's much more like the Flak Bus than it is like the AT2. But as I said, I'm playing it, and I'm gonna hopefully upgrade it soon. So yeah, we're playing here, and this is a spot that works okay for sniping. On this map. This map is awful for trying to move, because anyone can spot you anywhere. But that works out alright for me, because I'm in a tank that you don't want to be pushing forward in. If I was in a heavy tank or my AT2, I'd be possibly pushing across the across either the bridge there, or the lowest bit of water, or the highest bit of water that's just there. There's a nice bridge you can that you can go across, and I'm afraid this game takes a little while to get into. You can see one of my teammates there. It's going to be Fritzy, because unfortunately for Bill, he died early on in this. Has just made a strike on. Bill saying, "Damn hetzers." Now, I didn't rush a shot there. And I managed to mess that right up. By the time I'm zoomed, he's gone. That really annoyed me, because I might have been able to save that hetzer there. But I cocked up, nothing more I can do about it. I can, however, get some revenge for him. Like that. I've tracked him, and I've damaged him, and now I've killed him. It would have been better if I could have saved that hetzer, but it didn't happen. Right, there's kill number 1 for me. And Fritzy's gone and got himself a kill as well. If you look, Fritzy is now heading across that bridge in order to do some spotting for me. There he goes. He's hit the Coventer. And he's got full health at the moment. Just in case I could see it. I can't. It's okay. I should have been aiming at that Coventer. And I missed. Fritzy's taken some damage. I stop him taking another hit though. I ninja'd that kill from him, but he was thanking me when that happened, because it meant that he was left with some health. Now he's backing off because that Matilda's seriously putting the wind up him. And as soon as I can see him... Thank you, good night. There's kill number 3. At which point Fritzy, now on 24 health, says, "Oh my god, thank you very much." So at this point I think, shit, they're going after our base, and Fritzy has been killed. So I think, oh crap, I've got 3 kills. Our team is dead. We're finished. It has all gone hideously wrong. But can I at least save something from this? Can I at least take 1 or 2 more of them with me? 2 hetzers coming. That's enough to make me run away. But there's a hetzer coming this way as well. Now, I've no idea what this Hetzer is doing here, but I'm not too proud not to take advantage of him. Ramming speed, but I shoot him, and that'll do for me. That's 5 kills. If I can get one of these before I die here, bounce. But he bounced his shot as well. I've been shot in the side. I'm on very low health. And yes, just at the moment before I'm destroyed, I get a killing blow in on that Hetzer, and that's kill number 6, and that's a Top Gun. That's the end of the game for me and for my team. But just in the nick of time there's a Top Gun. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The final score. You'll see it's a defeat, but I got myself that Top Gun in the very last moments of the game. Managed to put a round into that Hetzer and get myself the kill. And so, looking at this, you can see there, I got my Mastery Badge First Class. A few more points and I might have got myself the Ace Tanker. But you know what, I can live with First Class. That's nothing to be ashamed of. And there it is, my 13th Top Gun. You know what, I don't mind that this was a defeat. It would have been lovely if we'd won, but we didn't, and I still got me a Top Gun, so I'm very happy with that. Also, got myself a sniper. Yeah, I've got loads of those. Not so concerned about that. And you'll see there, I'm at the top. Did exactly 1,000 damage with 6 kills. So got myself a good amount of XP considering it was a defeat. There, Hetzer. Didn't get the kills I got, but still had a very good game. Anyway, that's the scores. They played well. They beat us fair and square. I got a Top Gun. I'm very happy with that. We look at the detailed report. We'll see I fired 10 times. 9 of them hit, 8 of them penned, doing exactly 1,000 damage. I was hit 4 times. 3 of them penned me, and that was enough to finish me off. As I said, my tank does not have great armour. It might as well be tin foil. But if you saw what I was like at the beginning, I was there sniping away, and it didn't matter that other people got the spotting damage because I still did the damage, and they all get spotting damage for that, and the XP is shared around. It's a very fair system. I very much like these sniping tanks. Problem is, I've learned how to play on heavy tanks, and I'm used to going up front and pushing forward, and that's not how you need to play most tank destroyers. I hope you found this video constructive, and I hope it's highlighted well the difference in the styles of tank destroyers. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time. Bye.